Hi guys, welcome to MMA Wired. Well, Khabib is an all-loved player, and his wins are awesome, and they become even more engaging when he wins over his prominent rivals. He's one of the fighters who are not known because of MMA, but MMA is known because of them. So without wasting a sec, let's dive into today's topic, Khabib's top 5 wins. Number 5. Khabib batters Edson Barbosa. In his toughest test to this point of his career, Nurmagomodev faced elite striker Edson Barbosa at UFC 219. Barbosa is known for his whipping kicks and diverse arsenal on the feet, but Nurmagomodev walked through it all. He pounded the Brazilian, who showed no quit for 3 rounds, but Nurmagomodev put the lightweight division on notice with a performance of the night effort. Number 4. Khabib wins lightweight title over Al Quinta. In a crazy fight week, Khabib Nurmagomodev ended up facing Brooklyn gangster Al Quinta for the vacant lightweight title at UFC 223. Though it wasn't the opponent Nurmagomodev initially expected, the Eagle had no issues adjusting. La Quinta posed some of the best takedown defense Nurmagomodev ever faced, but Nurmagomodev still cruised throughout the fight. He even channeled his inner Muhammad Ali, pumping out his jab for an entire round, much to his corner's dismay. Credit to a game La Quinta for stepping in on a day's notice and showing incredible toughness, but Nurmagomodev once again proved to be too dominant. He realized his dream of becoming a champion, and he'd only become even more unstoppable from there. Number 3. Khabib submits Dustin Poirier to unify lightweight title. Dustin Poirier's confidence was sky high when he looked to unify the belts against Nurmagomodev at UFC 242. Poirier was coming off 4 consecutive wins over former champions Anthony Pettis, Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, and Max Holloway, 3 of them by stoppage. Nurmagomodev, on the other hand, was coming off his biggest win to date, submitting rival Conor McGregor, which skyrocketed him to superstardom. But the pressure was all on Nurmagomodev. He not only had his father, Abdul Manap, in his corner for the first time in his UFC career, but Khabib was a major factor in bringing the UFC back to Abu Dhabi in front of an amped-up crowd. A lot may have been riding on Nurmagomedov's shoulders, but his performance didn't falter. His suffocating pressure would prove too much once again, and a frustrated Poirier was even heard telling his corner, "I can't get him off me," as Nurmagomedov inflicted a relentless pace. By round 3, Nurmagomedov's pressure broke Poirier, and he was able to drag the Diamond back down and choke him out. Number 2. Khabib retires after choking out Justin Gaethje. Nurmagomedov entered UFC 254 with a heavy heart. An emotional Nurmagomedov competed for the first time since the death of his father in what was the toughest fight week of his career. He faced Justin Gaethje, who, on paper, posed the biggest threat to Nurmagomedov with his knockout power and decorated wrestling background. It was a tense atmosphere in the Quiet Flash Forum in Abu Dhabi, as Nurmagomedov didn't let his foot off the gas pedal once the bell rang. Nurmagomedov pressed forward, going right at Gaethje, who was put on his back foot early. But Gaethje was able to land solid shots on the counter, as well as blistering leg kicks that were starting to take a toll on Nurmagomedov. But the Eagle kept pressing forward in round 2, eventually getting Gaethje down and putting him to sleep with a triangle choke. Nurmagomedov burst into tears as he took in the emotional moment, proceeding to stun the MMA community by hanging up his gloves. The tougher they got, the faster they fell as Nurmagomedov walked away from the sport in his best form, taking out the lightweight division's elite with relative ease. Number 1. Khabib silences Conor McGregor in his first title defense. Nurmagomedov took on polarizing former 2-weight UFC champ Conor McGregor at UFC 229 in what ended up being the highest-selling pay-per-view in UFC history. The two traded barbs and the lead-up got very personal. McGregor took the rivalry to social media as he tweeted, "I slaughter your pets and wear them as coats, and I only wear them once." The Irish superstar also threatened to turn his rival into a bobblehead, but Nurmagomedov tamed himself until the cage door opened on Friday night. Nurmagomedov overwhelmed McGregor by repeatedly dragging him down and was even able to drop him with an overhand right in round 2. Though McGregor would become the first man to win a round off Nurmagomedov in round 3 by keeping the fight standing, Nurmagomedov avoided taking any damage from that piston-like left hand. In round 4, Nurmagomedov turned the momentum back in his favor by taking McGregor down to the mat again, putting the finishing touches with a neck crank that forced McGregor to tap. An irate Nurmagomedov proceeded to soar over the cage and jump McGregor's corner, prompting a brawl to ensue, which resulted in both men getting suspended. Well, Khabib's wins and the one against his biggest rival Conor McGregor are just mind-blowing and bring the audience to MMA. Khabib is not just a player, but the player. Hope you liked the video. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so that you never miss any upcoming amazing content. Thanks for watching. MMA Wired will be right back with more amazing content just for you. Till then, keep growing, keep smiling.